This one is for my girlfriend and for my dogs. Thank you, Mr. Brera. Engage sport mode. This is it. As you can see, John Cooper Works by Recaro. What's up, guys? Welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Martijn and today I'm reviewing one of my new cars. Yes, one of my new cars. I've bought two new cars and this one is for my girlfriend and for my dogs. So, as you guys know, I used to have a Mini Clubman R55 Cooper S. You know, it's basically the same car, but I upgraded it to a John Cooper Works. So I traded it in. It's not the same car with a John Cooper Works pack, but it's a new car entirely. Well, new. It's a 2012 model. Used to have an 07 model. So it's 5 years younger and you really notice it. So I'm going to tell you all about the R55 JCW, codename R55 for the Clubman. The shorter Mini is R56 for this gen. I'm a huge fan of the R series Minis. The new F series, you know, they are a lot heavier and you do notice it in the driving fun, I think. This is much more like the old Minis, light, small, but practical. These cars, especially these R55s, are incredibly practical. So, I'm going to show you why I wanted this exact model, because I was looking for Clubmans and not a lot of people have bought John Cooper Works Clubman. There were only a few of those on the internet and only two in the spec that I wanted, which is with the John Cooper Works Recaro interior, and that's a huge difference. I'm going to show you. This is what I'm most proud of. Annoying beeps. These are the seats from a John Cooper Works GP, so leather and Alcantara. As you can see, John Cooper Works by Recaro. And what's also very special, if you have these seats, and they were insanely expensive as new, so that's why no one has them. You also get a leather dash, as you can see, and this Alcantara piece right here. And the entire rear seat is also from Alcantara and leather. You also get a John Cooper Works steering wheel and some black accents that used to be silver, like this, and all these buttons and this trim. And you get a black ref counter and speedometer. That's also new for the John Cooper Works. Other than that, you get red stitching, a red gear lever, and red stitching in the steering wheel. So let's check out the engine. Yeah, and the John Cooper Works inlay right here. Let's talk about the exterior again. What makes this a John Cooper Works? Well, those side skirts, for example, John Cooper Works wheels, and with a JCW you can just put on Cooper or Cooper S wheels, and that's because of those huge brakes. John Cooper Works big brake kit. It barely fits in there. There's not a lot of space between the caliper and the rim, so you need special 17-inch rims for these brakes. And if I'm not mistaken, there are only two types of rims for this car that fit. It's this and the R112 style wheel, which I bought as a winter set. So go check out the review of my previous Clubman and then you know all about the codes and stuff I'm talking about right now. You might not be as into minis as I am. Okay, let's open it up. You always have to follow this contour and then press down. Yeah. So here it is. The N14 John Cooper Works engine with 211 horsepower. This is a 2012 model, and in 2012, at the end of 2012, they upgraded it to an N18 engine. So this is the N14. The N18 engine is a lot more reliable than this. As you know, I had a lot of trouble with my previous N14 engine, but this is a bit different when compared to the Cooper S. This has 211 horsepower instead of 174 horsepower, and that's because of a bigger turbo. Thank you, Mr. Brera, Mrs. Brera. What a lovely car. I love the Brera. Just don't drive it. Okay. So if you open the hood, you know it's an M14 engine if this is exposed. So if you see these things, be prepared, because these engines can give you a lot of trouble. But you know, I know what I'm up against, so I'm brave. I just wanted that Recaro interior. So let's talk about the outside again. What I don't like is all that chrome. I mean, that's really the stupid thing about fast minis. Some people at Mini think it's a Barbie mobile, and some, you know, think it's a super cool, small, funky car with a lot of power and want to make it cool. But you do notice that there are two parties within Mini. I mean, someone came up with that Recaro interior and is the most awesome car in the world, and then there was someone who thought, let's put all kinds of chrome on it, like the fuel filler cap, these things, this belt line, this. I hate it. I hate it, and I'm going to get rid of it. As you may have noticed, this car doesn't have any John Cooper Works badging on the outside. Normally you get a John Cooper Works badge right here, and one in front of the intercooler right there. But this one doesn't have those badges anymore. What this one does have is the John Cooper Works spoiler. So I do think it really makes that look cool. What I don't like, and what I'm definitely going to change, is this antenna. It's way too big, it's way too tall. You can get a sports antenna at Mini which is just this big. So I'm definitely going to get one of those. It's just 20 euros or something like that. But it's going to make it look a lot more sporty. How do you know it's John Cooper Works? Well, those exhausts. They are actually not as big as the Cooper S exhaust, but they do look more racy because it's that really thin metal look, a really racy look on the exhaust. And when you have a Cooper S, they have these fat chrome exhausts, but they are actually bigger, which is kind of weird. You'd expect the faster one to have the bigger exhaust. Okay, so let's get in. It's quite cool today. And let's check out how it drives and what's good and not so good about that. I also have keyless entry and go right now, which I didn't have with my previous clubby. Okay, I'm going to engage sport mode when we're on a nice road, and I have found a nice road for you to enjoy, and for me of course. So we're going to check out how this car drives. The biggest difference with the 2007 model, it doesn't vibrate all over the place, or even though this has a John Cooper Works suspension, which is a lot firmer than the Cooper S. So that's a really, really good thing, because it can drive you absolutely mad when you have a Mini and everything is vibrating. Especially when you have the panoramic roof, which I don't anymore. Okay, so let's engage sport mode and turn off the traction control altogether, because we have quite a rare piece of road coming up. As you can see, we're not in the mountains, but it's quite twisty and fun. Here we go, on the throttle. Wow, that's a lot of wheel spin, and that's because we have 280 Newton meters, which isn't a lot, but it's not a heavy car. 1180 kilos, which is 65 more than the hatchback. So that's not a lot, and it gives you a lot of practicality. So I would definitely go for a clubby. But as you can see, in the wet, this thing is all over the place, because, and that's the biggest mistake they made, I guess. They didn't put a limited slip differential on the John Cooper Works, which they really should have. Wow, I really have to focus because I can lose traction everywhere. As you can see, it's really cold and damp. So I really have to pay attention, but it's quite enjoyable. I really like driving this car. I have driven the new Clubman Works several times, and it's just not as playful as this. It's a lot heavier. You do have that 2-liter engine, but it's a lot lazier than this. This 1.6 turbo, really, you have to make it work. You have to rev it out. It's a big turbo for that little 1.6 engine, and that 2-liter has power all over the rev range. It's nearly like a diesel, which for sporty driving isn't really all that good. And this is. So 0 to 100, that's done in 6.8 seconds, and the top speed is 238 kilometers an hour. It's fast enough, but I did expect more from that John Cooper Works exhaust, so that's something I'm definitely going to upgrade, which I also did with my Cooper S. I put a decat downpipe on there, but it was too loud and too drony for normal driving. So yeah, let's see what I'm going to do when it comes to upgrading my exhaust. In a straight line, this is about as fast, I would say, as my tuned 230 horsepower Cooper S, but it doesn't have the torque that my Cooper S had. That car had a bigger intercooler, a decat downpipe, a special air intake, and a really good remap. I don't know what the torque was, but it was never tested on a dyno, but it was really strong. But it's also what tipped it over the edge when it comes to reliability, because wow, it used a lot of oil and it just broke down a lot. So yeah, that's not what I'm going to do with this car. What am I going to do with it? Well, you'll have to keep checking out these videos. So now let's go to the Autobahn and see how fast it is, because I'm really anxious to see what it will do from 100 to 200. So here's the Autobahn. Let's see what I can do with my new little toy from 100 to 200. Let's see how fast I'm going to take my dogs. Here we go! After 6,000 RPM, fun is over, even though it can do 6,500. You know, this is quite empty revs. Not verified, and that's because Draghi keeps track of elevation, and seems like I had a bit of a downhill. What should I do, fourth or third? Let's try fourth. Yeah, here we go. Come on, little Mini, show me what you got. A lot of space ahead of us. As I said, it should do 238, but I'm not sure if we can achieve that, because not really that fast actually. It's kind of disappointing. This is it. What the... I mean, come on. What's wrong with this car? Okay, that's really, really, really disappointing. It has the best fuel out there in it, and I have no idea why it's this slow. But okay, that's the problem with cars. They are expensive to maintain and to tune and whatever. So that was quite a disappointing run. I really think we should add some horses to this Mini. Even though in dry conditions and on a nice road like we've just driven on, it's a fun car, but there is some room for improvement. There's a lot of room for improvement actually. So let's see what we can do with this little Mini, and let's see if we can change it and make it a bit cooler. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking right here and see what my other car, remember I bought 2 cars. You can check out the review of my other car in the future by subscribing, or click this video to have another cool POV review for you right now. Okay, thanks guys, bye.